Finals. Today we will find out how the 54 teams begin their quest to qualify for the next FIFA World Cup held in the United States, Mexico and Canada, and go in search of this trophy right here. A new, bigger format in 2026 will consist of 48 teams instead of 32, which means there are more places available, with 9 African teams guaranteed their spots and potentially 10 representing the continent in North America. African teams have a long history in providing us with great entertainment at the FIFA World Cups. The semi-finals was very special, and the Atlas Lions have laid down a marker. Will we see the first African team playing in the FIFA World Cup final in 3 years' time? Before we begin the draw, let's please welcome on stage FIFA President Gianni Infantino. Absolutely. Anything you want to say?
And I cannot read anything, right?
No, just look ahead and ad-lib.
Okay, well, dear ladies, gentlemen, legends, players, most importantly, but also presidents, starting from the president of CAF, and of all member associations of FIFA and CAF here in Africa. It's a great pleasure for me to welcome you all officially to this draw for the qualifiers to the 2026 FIFA World Cup in Canada, Mexico, and the United States. We are FIFA, we are Africa, we are 26. We will have all African countries participating in what will be an incredibly exciting and passionate qualification path to the World Cup 2026. We are looking forward to this draw, but then most importantly to the games and all the emotions that we'll feel in this incredible continent. So here from Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, beautiful city, beautiful country, to the whole of Africa and to the entire world. Welcome. This is the trophy that all of you in this room want to win. Maybe in 26. Well, that's all I wish to all of you, but I wish the same to every other country in the world as well. Here it is. It's already in Africa. It's the first preliminary draw for the World Cup. The best of luck to all of you, and thanks for everything. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, let us now give a very warm welcome and an invite on stage to CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe.
So much. I was saying to Gianni, whenever there's an African competition, AFCON, I always want him to be nearby handing over the trophy to the winner of the AFCON, because we want Africa to get used to receiving trophies from the president of FIFA. So the next time in 2026, we are very excited that this trophy should go to the African continent. Just two quick remarks. Two quick remarks is, again, our legends, you've made us so proud, filled us with so much joy, and you've got a special place in our hearts, and thank you so much. And the same applies to the players who will be representing the nations that will qualify, as well as that will be representing Africa in Canada, America, Mexico. I think the exciting things for us is Morocco has shown us, Morocco has made us proud. Morocco has indicated that indeed an African nation can go to the semi-final, and we are optimistic that at the next World Cup, an African nation will go one step further. Thank you so much. Very special welcome. I wish you all of the very best, and I think the future of African football looks very bright. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, President Motsepe, for your inspiring words. Talking of inspiration, today's 6 draw assistants are all African legends who have played football at the highest level, both internationally and domestically. Dear guests, please welcome our first footballing legend, Emmanuel Eboué, the defensive elephant from Côte d'Ivoire. Asamoah Gyan, the prolific striker from Ghana. And JJ Okocha, the midfield maestro from Nigeria. Togo's emphatic striker, Emmanuel Adebayor. Well, Goma, Egypt's colossal centre-back. And Alex Song, Cameroon's talented defensive midfielder. Well, we definitely are in the presence of African football royalty today. I have a couple of questions to ask our African legends. So let's start with you, JJ. You have been privileged to play at the FIFA World Cup for the Super Eagles. How will this new format, with potentially 10 African teams qualifying for 2026, help improve the growth of football in Africa?
Well, first of all, I would say that it's an honor to be here. And of course, it's a great news for our continent that we have potentially 9 or 10 nations representing us. Of course, it gives us the opportunity to compete now. And also, Morocco have renewed our hope, that it is possible for an African nation to win the World Cup. So I'm looking forward to the draw.
Indeed, very well spoken there, JJ. Now a question for you, Emmanuel Adebayor. You were part of that Togo team which qualified for their only FIFA World Cup in 2006. Do you think that this new format will boost Togo's chances of qualifying once again?
Hi to everyone. I'm very pleased to be invited here to talk to President of CAF, President of FIFA, and all my big brothers, all my friends, legends among us here. I'm very honored. It's not easy. It was a difficult road for a small country like Togo. Me being part of the World Cup 2006 is a dream come true. Obviously, we know what happened with JJ Okocha when he was playing. He created dribbles. He made us proud. We know what happened in 2002 with my friend El Hadji Diouf against France. I can also remember Asamoah Gyan making us proud in South Africa. And so go on. This year or last year, it was an incredible moment for all African continent. As Morocco went far, we are all rooting and supporting them. We are all hoping to have this cup stays at least once in our continent. And as President Motsepe said it already, we'll be hoping for the 2006 Canada, Mexico, America to be the year. But for me, I'm just so pleased to be in front of you guys. And being a Togolese, obviously, I will pray for my country to be among those countries that will qualify for the 2010 and 2026 World Cup in Mexico, Canada, and America. But if not, all the president here wishing you guys good luck. I will be rooting for you guys. We will all be supporting you, and hopefully 2026 will be the perfect year for our continent. Thank you.
Thank you. Very powerful words there, Emmanuel. Thank you so much. And thank you as well, JJ, for your words there as well. All right. It's now time to focus on why we are all here, the draw. So please welcome on stage CAF Director of Tournaments and Events, Samson Adamu, and FIFA Director of Competitions, Manolo Zubiria. Thank you to the both of you for joining us here today. Samson, how important is this new expanded format for the growth of football in Africa?
Yes, Mimi, it is indeed groundbreaking, as all 54 African countries will be participating in an exciting qualifying campaign. Over the next 2 years, there will be more football played than ever on the continent, with each team playing 10 games in seeking their qualification to the World Cup. This will indeed help the growth of football in Africa and offer the chance for a lot more countries to qualify to the big stage at the FIFA World Cup.
Absolutely. And Manolo, can you explain the qualifying process to us with this new format?
The format will consist of 9 groups of 6 teams, and the winners of each of those groups will qualify directly to the FIFA World Cup 2026. In addition to that, 4 best group runners-up will participate in the CAF playoffs to determine which team will represent CAF in the FIFA playoff tournament to be held in March 2026. So Mimi, in fact, there will be a total of 10 African teams qualifying for the World Cup.
Absolutely, indeed. And it's all getting very technical. So I think it's time for me to exit the stage, and I will leave you in the capable hands of Manolo and Samson for the draw. See you later.
Thank you, Mimi. As you can see here on stage, we have 6 pots containing 9 teams each. The highest 9 ranked teams, according to the latest FIFA Coca-Cola ranking, will be in pot number 1. The second highest 9 ranked teams will be in pot number 2. The next highest ranked 9 teams will be in 3, and so on until we get to pot number 6, which includes the lowest 9 ranked teams. The draw will begin by drawing first all the teams from pot number 6 until we finish the draw with drawing the teams from pot number 1. As the teams are drawn from their pot, they will take the position that they have been drawn from in the group. So for example, when we take the first team from pot number 6, will be team A6, and then the next team will be B6, and so on until we draw all the teams and we conclude with group I. Now, having said that, we're almost ready to begin the draw. I would like to invite Alex to step forward. Okay, so there's the 9 teams from 6. Now, Alex, we can officially begin by drawing the first team. Will take position A6. Please proceed.
Djibouti.
Djibouti recorded a 2-1 victory against Eswatini in their opening match of the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. We can move on to the next team. Alex?
South Sudan.
South Sudan, this is their 3rd successive FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign, having made their debut in the 2018 qualifiers. We can move on to the next team. Alex, please.
Lesotho.
Lesotho, the Crocodiles have 8 previous participations to their name, and they'll be in Group C. So now we can move on to the next team, please.
Mauritius.
And Mauritius, the Dodos are a regular face in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, and they're in Group D as D6. Thank you, Alex. Next team, please.
Eritrea.
Eritrea, this is the 6th participation in the qualifiers for the Red Sea Boys, and they're in Group E. Let's move on to the next team, please, Alex.
Seychelles.
And Seychelles, the Islanders, are making a 7th appearance in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, and they're in Group F. Next team, please.
Somalia.
Somalia, the Ocean Stars recorded a famous 1-0 win against Zimbabwe in the last qualifiers. And now just down to the last two teams, please, Alex.
Sao Tome and Principe.
And Sao Tome and Principe, the Falcons and True Parrots have participated in 5 previous World Cup qualifiers. And now to confirm the last team from Pot 6, please, Alex.
Chad.
Chad had the most impressive FIFA World Cup qualifying result in 2018, winning 1-0 at home against Egypt. Alex, thank you very much. That concludes pot number 6. Samson, pass it to you.
For the teams in pot number 5, well, your moment of magic. Please, let's see the team that will be joining Djibouti in Group A. Djibouti, a country that Alex knows very well.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia, the Wilders are African champions in 1962. They will be in Group A in position A5. And Group B, well,
Sudan.
Sudan, the Desert Hawks, they have made history in African football. They would be in Group B, joining South Sudan in position B5. And moving on to Group C, please, well.
Rwanda.
Rwanda, they will be hoping to play in the renovated Amahoro Stadium in Group C against Lesotho in position C5, and now joining Mauritius in Group D, position D5. While, please.
Eswatini.
Eswatini, another team from the Kosafa region. This is the 9th participation. They lost only 1 in their last 7 World Cup qualifying matches at home. They will be in position D5. And in Group E, Wild, please.
Niger.
Niger, the men as they're gradually becoming a third side in Africa. They have a total of 13 goals scored in the 2022 qualifiers round. They would be joining Eritrea in Group E in position E5. And Wild, please, Group F.
Burundi.
Burundi, the Swallows, they've been having prideful performance as they did in AFCON in 2019 in Egypt, and this is going to be their 8th appearance in the FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign. They will be in Group F, joining Seychelles in position F5, and in Group G, Wild, please.
Botswana.
Botswana, better known as the Zebras, they are unbeaten at home in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers since 2008. They'll be looking to end their stripes in Group G in position G5. And Group H, Wild, please.
Liberia.
Liberia, of course, His Excellency President George Weah comes to mind whenever you think Liberia. They will be in Group H in position H5. And now, last but not the least, joining Chad in Group I in position I5. Well,
Comoros.
Comoros, we all remember the fairy tale performance of Comoros in the last AFCON in Cameroon in 2021. Thank you very much, Wael. And now over to you, Manolo.
Thank you, Samson. Emmanuel, it's our turn now. Please step up, but let's quickly find out which teams are in pot number 4. And there we have them. I think I know why you were so anxious to draw. You know Togo is in there.
Obviously, yes.
You'll make a comeback if you like the group?
Yes.
Okay.
Why not?
Now we can officially draw the first team from pot 4, please.
Sierra Leone.
The Leon Stars made their qualifiers debut in 1974, and this is their 12th FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign, and they'll be in Group A. Let's proceed, please.
Togo.
Togo are aiming to return to the FIFA World Cup finals 20 years after their debut in 2006. And what do you know? You like the group?
Zimbabwe.
The Warriors are one of the regular teams in the qualifiers with their 12th FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign, and they'll be in Group C. Let's move on to the next team, please.
Libya.
Libya, the Mediterranean Knights, this is their 12th FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign and have always tough to beat at home. And they'll be in Group D. Let's proceed, Emmanuel, please. The next team.
Tanzania.
The Taifa Stars are fueled by their recent rise in the club's Simba and Young Africans, and they'll be in Group E. Please, Emmanuel, let's move on to the next team.
The Gambia.
The Gambia, the Scorpions have been a delight to watch in recent times, and they'll be in Group F. We're down to the last 3 teams now. Please, Emmanuel.
Mozambique.
The Mambas, in their 9th qualifiers, have lost only one of their last 12 World Cup qualifying matches at home, and they'll be going to Group G. Down to the last 2. Please, Emmanuel.
Malawi.
Malawi, they are fondly referred to as the Flames, and they are going into Group H. And now to confirm the last team from Pot 4, please, Emmanuel.
Central African Republic.
Central African Republic, Les Fowls, recorded a memorable 1-0 away win against Nigeria in their last qualifying campaign and looking to defy the odds again. Emmanuel, thank you very much. That
You're
concludes
most welcome.
pot number 4. Samson, now back to you.
Thank you. He was so good, they named him twice. JJ Okocha. You'll be revealing to us the teams in pot number 3. Over to you, JJ. Please dribble the balls very well before you pick them.
Guinea-Bissau.
Guinea-Bissau in Group A in position A3. Also known as the Wild Dogs, they have grown to be one of the rising forces in African football. They are going to be in Group A in position A3. And in Group B, JJ, please.
Mauritania.
Al Morabitoun, they are a force to be reckoned with. In Egypt in 2019, they gave an outstanding performance, and this will be their 8th World Cup qualifying campaign. They will be joining Togo, Sudan, and South Sudan in Group B in position B3. And now JJ for Group C.
Benin.
Benin, formerly known as the Squirrels, now the Gappers, meaning the Cheetahs. They will be in Group C, joining Zimbabwe, Rwanda, and Lesotho in position C3. And now for Group D, JJ.
Angola.
Angola, the Palanca Negras, they had to surprise the entire world when they qualified to the 2006 World Cup in Germany. Let's hope they will be qualifying again. But then they need to top the Group D, where they'll be playing against Libya, Eswatini, and Mauritius. And JJ, Group E, please.
Congo.
Congo, Les Diables Rouges, in 1972, they were the African champions. They were hoping to make their first World Cup appearance from Group E in position E3. And now, Group F, JJ, please.
Kenya.
The Harambee Stars of Kenya, they had good participation. This is going to be their 14th successive participation in the qualifying campaign to the FIFA World Cup. They will be in Group F. And in Group G, JJ.
Uganda.
Uganda, the Cranes, it will be their 12th attempt in their quest to qualify for the FIFA World Cup. They will be joining Mozambique, Botswana, and Somalia in Group G. And now for Group H, JJ, please.
Namibia.
Namibia, also known as the Brave Warriors, they will be taking part in their 9th successive FIFA World Cup qualifiers campaign. They will be in Group H in position H3. And now, the last but not the least, JJ, should be the barrier.
Madagascar.
Madagascar, Le Barrier, after reaching the AFCON in 2019, the Barriers will be setting their eye on their first qualification to the FIFA World Cup in 2026. Thank you very much, JJ. Manolo, over to you.
Thank you, Samson. And we're down to the last two parts. I can sense the excitement in the room. The position is getting tougher. Samoa, please. And there we have them, the teams in part two. Samoa, the fate of Ghana.
Dribble the balls very well before you pick them.
Guinea-Bissau.
Guinea-Bissau in Group A in position A3. Also known as the Wild Dogs, they have grown to be one of the rising forces in African football. They are going to be in Group A in position A3. And in Group B, JJ, please.
Mauritania.
Al Morabitoun, they are a force to be reckoned with. In Egypt in 2019, they gave an outstanding performance, and this will be their 8th World Cup qualifying campaign. They will be joining Togo, Sudan, and South Sudan in Group B in position B3. And now, JJ for Group C.
Benin.
Benin, formerly known as the Squirrels, now the Gappers, meaning the Cheetahs. They will be in Group C, joining Zimbabwe, Rwanda, and Lesotho in position C3. And now for Group D, JJ.
Angola.
Angola, the Palanca Negras, they had surprised the entire world when they qualified to the 2006 World Cup in Germany. Let's hope they will be qualifying again. But then they need to top the Group D, where they'll be playing against Libya, Eswatini, and Mauritius. And JJ, Group E, please.
Congo.
Congo, Les Diables Rouges, in 1972, they were the African champions. They were hoping to make their first World Cup appearance from Group E in position E3. And now, Group F, JJ, please.
Kenya.
The Harambee Stars of Kenya, they had good participation. This is going to be their 14th successive participation in the qualifying campaign to the FIFA World Cup. They will be in Group F. And in Group G, JJ.
Uganda.
Uganda, the Cranes, it will be their 12th attempt in their quest to qualify for the FIFA World Cup. They will be joining Mozambique, Botswana, and Somalia in Group G. And now for Group H, JJ, please.
Namibia.
Namibia, also known as the Brave Warriors, they will be taking part in their 9th successive FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign. They will be in Group H in position H3. And now the last but not the least, JJ, should be the barrier.
Madagascar.
Madagascar, Le Barrier, after reaching the AFCON in 2019, the Barriers will be setting their eye on their first qualification to the FIFA World Cup in 2026. Thank you very much, JJ. Manolo, over to you.
Thank you, Samson. And we're down to the last two pots. I can sense the excitement in the room. The position is getting tougher. Samoa, please step up to pot two. Let's go ahead with the first team from pot two.
Burkina Faso.
Les Etalons, still hoping to qualify for their first ever FIFA World Cup, will be in Group A. Let's go ahead with this next team, please, to join the others in Group B.
Congo DR.
Les Leopards were African torchbearers at the 1974 FIFA World Cup in Germany, and they'll be joining the other teams in Group B. Samoa, please, let's proceed.
South Africa.
South Africa, the only African member association to host ever the FIFA World Cup, their last appearance back in 2010 on home soil. And they'll be going to Group C. Let's go with the next team to join the others in Group D.
Cabo Verde.
Cabo Verde, the Blue Sharks, lost only one of their 6 matches in the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign, and they're in Group D. Please, let's proceed with the next team to join the others in Group E.
Zambia.
Zambia, African champions in 2012, a FIFA World Cup appearance will be the icing on the cake for the Chipolo Polo. I hope I got that one correct. We can now proceed to the next team, please.
Gabon.
Gabon, Les Panthers will be banking on star player Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and they are joining Group F. We're down just to the last three. Ghana doesn't want to come out. Samoa, let's see.
Guinea.
Guinea, Silly National have participated in every qualifiers since 1970, and they'll be joining all the other teams in Group G. Let's proceed with the next team, please, Samoa.
Equatorial Guinea.
Equatorial Guinea and Zalang Nacional, meaning National Thunder, hoping to have a taste of the FIFA World Cup for the first time ever. And I guess you saved the best for last. And please proceed with the last ball.
Ghana.
The Black Stars made Africa proud at the 2020 FIFA World Cup, missing out narrowly on a semi-final place. Samoa, thank you very much. We conclude with that pot number 2, and now to you the honors of finishing the last pot.
Thank you. Manolo, it's now time. It's down to the African heavyweights, the top-ranked teams on the continent, the 9 best African teams on the soil. The history of the FIFA World Cup will not be qualified without the impact and the memories of the teams in this sport number 1 has given to us. Emmanuel Eboué, you'll be doing us the honors to reveal these heavyweight teams. A lot of pressure on you, but first, take pray, Emmanuel. Please go ahead to reveal the team that will be completing Group A.
Egypt.
The Pharaohs of Egypt were the first African team to participate at the FIFA World Cup in 1934. They have the most titles on the continent. They will be completing Group A in position A1. Emmanuel, please, for Group B.
Senegal.
The Teranga Lions, the defending African champions, they will be aiming for successive 3 World Cup appearances in the World Cup in 2026. They'll be joining DRC, Mauritania, Togo, Sudan, and South Sudan in Group B. And Group C, Emmanuel.
Nigeria.
The Super Eagles of Nigeria. It seems to be a love affair between Nigeria and South Africa, as they always meet. The Super Eagles have qualified for 6 of the last 7 World Cup qualifiers campaign. JJ's team, I'm sure you're happy. They'll be joining Benin, also Zimbabwe, Rwanda, and Lesotho in Group C. Group D, Emmanuel.
Cameroon.
Cameroon, Song's very own team. They have qualified for 8 of the last 11 editions of the FIFA World Cup. The host of the previous edition of the AFCON will be completing Group D in position D1. And Group E, Emmanuel.
Morocco.
Morocco, the Atlas Lions, they had a historic run at the FIFA World Cup in Qatar, becoming the first African team to reach the semi-final stage. Let's see if they'll be going further, and 2026 they'll be completing Group E in position E1. And for Group F, Emmanuel, please.
Côte d'Ivoire.
La Côte d'Ivoire, the host of the next edition of the African Cup of Nations. Our host for the draw for this evening. They have qualified for 3 successive editions of the FIFA World Cup from 2006 all the way to 2014. They will be in Group F. Emmanuel, please. Group G.
Algeria.
Algeria, after missing out narrowly in 2026 World Cup in Qatar, Le Fenac are aiming to reach a 5th FIFA World Cup. They will be in Group G, joining Guinea, Uganda, Mozambique, Botswana, and Somalia. And now down to the last 2 teams. Emmanuel, please. We have Tunisia and Mali left. Which one is it going to be?
Tunisia.
Tunisia, the Carthage Eagles. They're the first African team to win a game at the FIFA World Cup in 1978. They will be completing Group H. Last but not the least, to complete our draw for this evening. Emmanuel, please do us the honors.
Mali.
Mali, also known as the Egg, they are yet to appear at the final tournament of the FIFA World Cup, but they are a force to be reckoned with on the African continent. Emmanuel, thank you. There was a lot of pressure, but you did extremely well. Thank you very much. And now, Manolo, I think we can do a recap of the groups.
Yes, indeed, Samson. Let's quickly review all the 9 groups. Group A with the top seed Egypt, joined by Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, Ethiopia, and Djibouti.
And in Group B, we have a defending champion, Senegal, Congo DR, Mauritania, Togo, Sudan, and South Sudan.
And in Group C, Nigeria, South Africa, Benin, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, and Lesotho.
And in Group D, from D1, we have Cameroon, Cape Verde, Angola, Libya, Eswatini, and Mauritius.
And in Group E, Morocco, joined by Zambia, Congo, Tanzania, Niger, Eritrea.
And Group F, we have La Côte d'Ivoire, Gabon, Kenya, D Gambia, Burundi, and Seychelles.
And in Group G, Algeria leading the group with Guinea, Uganda, Mozambique, Botswana, and Somalia.
In Group H, we have Tunisia, Guinea Equatorial, Namibia, Malawi, Liberia, Sao Tome, and Principe.
And finally, Group I, headed by Mali, together with Ghana, Madagascar, Central African Republic, Comoros, and Chad. And with that, Samson, we officially conclude the technical part of this draw. I must say this has been probably the most entertaining draw I've ever been part of. So thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to join you on stage, legends. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Manolo. I must say, indeed, for me, it's been an absolute pleasure to be among such greatness on stage, the African legends. And from my side, you can wish all 54 teams all the best in their campaign for the FIFA 2026 World Cup, which will be beginning in November 2023. And now, we'll pass the floor back to our wonderful host, Mimi Fawaz.
Mimi. Mimi?
Thank you very much. Very interesting ties over there. I see some excitement in, of course, the audience. Thank you very much, Manolo. Thank you very much, Samson. Now, that draw is done. Let's get a reaction. My first question is for Emmanuel Eboué. What are Côte d'Ivoire's chances of winning their group and qualifying for their first FIFA World Cup since 2014?
First, I want to wish all of you welcome to my country. And then, it's very, very important to participate, to play the World Cup. So in 2014, that was our last participation. But I wish them the best. I wish that my country gonna go far for the next World Cup.
All right, fair enough. Now, a question for you. Asamoah Gyan, as Ghana were in Part 2, the Black Stars has come up against one of the top-ranked teams. Of course, they will be facing Mali. That will be a very exciting fixture, don't you think?
First of all, I would like to say greetings to everybody, greetings to all the football associations in Africa. Of course, FIFA President, Mr. Infantino, and CAF President, Mr. Mutsepe. And back to your question. I think since 2006, when we qualified for the first time, till 2022, I think we have been very consistent, except in 2018 that we didn't qualify. And it looks like we are getting used to the World Cup right now. And 2026 is not going to be easy. Expectation is high back home, but we will try our possible best to make sure we also qualify.
All right, best of luck to you. Thank you, Jan, and thank you, JJ, Emmanuel, Wael, Alex, and Emmanuel again for your expertise today. And of course, none of this would have been possible without you, both Samson and Manolo. Thank you. So today's draw has now been completed. For all of the latest news and information on the upcoming qualifiers and much more, take a look at FIFA Plus. It's now time to focus on the football and the road to FIFA World Cup 2026. The matches will begin on November the 13th. Here's a little taste of what we can expect. Goodbye.